If you're an expat overseas or a foreign national recently arrived to the UK, then you may have one of these 4 questions in mind when it comes to fixed or variable rate options for your mortgage. So the first question I want to cover is, what's the difference between fixed and variable rate mortgages? And the difference is quite obvious. A fixed rate gives you certainty for a certain period of time. It's the same payment every month, whether that be over a 2, 3 or a 5-year deal. Variable rates, on the other hand, track the lender rate or the Bank of England base rate, so they can vary or go up and down. The second question that I often get is, what rates are cheapest right now? And that really depends on the lender offers. For example, a 5-year fixed at the moment looks actually cheaper than a 2 or 3 year fixed. And we have some variable rate options at 2 and 3 years that are cheaper than a 5-year fix. So it just really depends on the lender's deals at the time. However, there may be other things to factor in. For example, if you need enhanced affordability, then that usually comes with the 5-year deals, especially with buy-to-let lending. If you opt for a 5-year fixed rate, then of course you can reassess the situation after the 5 years ends. So you can basically forget about your payments for the next 5 years. Variables, though, they may be more keenly priced. This could allow clients to ride the rate downwards, especially if expectations are fulfilled that rates will lower in the next 2 to 3 years. The third question I get is, how many lenders deal with expats and foreign nationals? Now, that's a really great question, because literally there are hundreds of lenders in the UK. Of course, relatively few of those actually deal with expats or foreign nationals. I would say it's around 20 to 30. But what's more is that some lenders in the expat space only accept applications from brokers, not directly from clients. So if you're trying to go it alone as an applicant to an expat lender, then you may not be getting the full picture of what's available to you in the market. Now, we use expat specialist broking software that allows us to not only look at rates but also stress alongside clients' criteria and their credit profile. The fourth question is, can I make an overpayment even on a fixed rate deal? The simple answer is, most lenders do allow you to make a capital overpayment even during a fixed rate deal. So for example, the usual rule that applies is up to a 10% capital overpayment in any given year, even on a fixed rate. So for example, you have a 100,000 mortgage year 1, you could pay 10,000 off penalty free. Year 2, you're down to 9,000 because of the new balance on year 2. But if you want to make some more overpayments, you might want to consider a variable rate deal or a lender that has further flexibility. One lender allows clients to make overpayments of up to 50%, even on a fixed rate deal. So hopefully that's been of use, those 4 questions that I often get asked. Please follow us on the socials. Feel free to book a discovery call in our link on the notes section. And please remember, big moves start with small steps, and I'm here when you're ready.